So I finally figured out how to take these rear trailing arm bushings off the e30. Alright, so I finally figured out how to take these rear trailing arm bushings off. Hasn't been easy, I will tell you that. So, I found some YouTube videos, naturally, that showed an easy way to take off the rear trailing arm bushings. But it wasn't as easy as it showed on the videos. It looked like it was simple, but it wasn't. So I'm just going to show you how I figured it out, and maybe it'll help you out. So, this method requires a threaded rod and some nuts and an impact driver. Getting out the first one isn't too bad. Basically what you're doing is locking two nuts together as such. I found it's best to put a washer on the end of it because the nut itself wanted to sort of start chipping away or eating away at the sleeve inside the so the nut or the washer helps that. You don't need all these washers to start with, so we'll take those off for now. We're gonna have a double nut with a washer against the you're removing, a nut on the inside that's gonna snug against the opposite, and then you're gonna do a double nut at the end with your impact. Let me show you how this works. So we're gonna insert the rod through one bushing, and before we get it to the other, we have to thread on some stuff. So I like to use a couple washers to protect the nut from burying itself into the other side. That's going to end up snugging itself against that or that bushing, but this bushing is the one we want to remove. So now we'll put two other nuts. Now I like to push them so that I have plenty of rod going through here, because I actually broke a few of these threaded rods. We'll snug those together. Get them nice and tight. And don't forget to put a washer on the end here. I'm using a grade 8 washer. It's just stronger. Okay. And now we have to put two more nuts there. This is what the setup looks like. Pretty simple. And we've got to hold this one with a wrench. Then what tends to happen is it's too much for an impact, so I gotta use this. So that's the easy part, relatively. Now, what always kind of stumped me, or where I messed up on the other one, and what I really had to figure out, was pushing out the second one. The reason why is because with the first one removed, this bore is wider, which causes the rod to want to wobble, and then sometimes it's snapped off back here. So what I did is just fashioned a little sleeve. I've just got a little threaded insert, threaded nut, that's larger than the rod. Piece of PVC that I was able to hammer it down into, and then a little piece of rubber. And all it does is stick in the other hole to center the threaded rod so that we can knock out the other one. Let me show you how it's done. Now I also use a bigger washer here. Make sure you put your washer. Alright, that's it. Maybe yours will be easier, maybe it'll be harder. Mine were honestly pretty tough. It took me a little while to figure it out. Broke a few rods. Anyway, bushings are out. Excited about that. They are old, rock hard, and need to be replaced. So now I'm just gonna probably sandblast these things one more time, drop them off at the powder coater, get a nice new finish on them, and rebuild them. We'll put PowerFlex bushings in each one of these, as well as the subframe, and new hubs, whole 9 yards. That'll be coming up soon. Anyway, that's all I got tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you soon.